Every once in a while scrolling, I come across videos of my net worth. Oh, apparently I'm worth 5.3 mil. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, 6 mil.
Dude, I'm loaded. I don't even need to film this. See you guys later.
I can see why some would think that, given the buying my family a house and the supercars in the videos during that time, but although the channel did over 1 billion views during the daily vlogs, it never equated to that much. As it turns out, it's pretty hard to monetize videos of jumping off your roof and other dangerous acts and bathing with your buddies in cereal. But seeing those net worth videos made me want to share a story on the topic of money that I've never told, but also about more than that. If you've watched my addiction story on this channel, you would know I went through a few years of living in a cycle of depression and, well, addiction. If you want all those fun details, you can go watch that video, but all you really need to know is this took place in the same time period and the same mindset. The mindset being something like, if I already achieved my wildest dreams in the past and here I am depressed, then surely I would just end up here again, so what's the point? A real great mindset, positive. I can't joke about that time too much though, because I was fully convinced my ability to feel anything but miserable was gone, and looking back it was actually just sad. But now, being freed from that cycle, as well as being a little older and wiser, I want to share what helped me get back on track other than what I've already mentioned in that previous video. Now, based on the title, you're probably thinking something like, okay, you lived the high life for a few years and then ran out of money, right? Well, while there was some waste, like $12,000 a month rent in California, or buying stupid fashion I didn't even care about to feel cool, I don't know. Even as I began to slip into the depressing few years of stagnation, thanks to the only real adult around at the time, aka my mom, I did have a pretty good sized nest egg from the years of daily videos. But that was a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, I had what most people would be grateful to have, enough money to live frugally, as I was, basically indefinitely. At this time, I lived in a garage turned into a small studio apartment and played video games, as an Airbnb I had actually made me more money than I was spending every month. Sounds great, right? Well, here comes the curse. Now, I don't expect many people to have been in this position, but if you're anything like me, the lack of necessity to do anything beyond eat and sleep is not a big source of freedom. It's actually a huge cause of anxiety. When I had nothing I had to do, all I really did was overthink about the million things I could or should be doing. So why not just do something I like a retired person goes golfing? I mean, I had the money and freedom to do so, why not? Well, on top of my nihilistic, nothing's worth doing mindset, there was another sort of philosophy I had dived into, which is probably gonna sound odd to most, so bear with me. Through reading and listening to people like Alan Watts and Eckhart Tolle, which, if you don't know, are kind of like self-help philosophers, I had convinced myself that pursuing success was not only pointless, but also egoic and selfish. That the right philosophy was to stop following my ego and my wants and desires, and that the only way to achieve lasting happiness and calm was to be just indifferent to the things going on in life. Looking back, I was just vulnerable after a challenging time in my life and found comfort in this and thought that's how I should try to live. But I don't think people are made to live that way. Maybe a few old dudes in robes on a mountain, but not me and probably not most. But even though I began to realize this, I still didn't have any necessity that was going to force me to change. At the end of the day, I couldn't get myself to go from former YouTube success to Taco Bell employee. But that's when I thought of a different idea. You guys know from my videos that trampoline tricks and flips have always been a part of my life since I was a kid. It's been a passion of mine and it's been a large part of my content. Well, in the middle of a dreadful Kansas winter, I thought to myself, what if I built my own trampoline park? I would finally have a place to do year-round what I've always loved and share it with my friends. But I would also have to actually empty my bank account to do it. I was still reluctant, but after a couple weeks of talking with my mom, whose motto at the time was do anything, please, just not nothing, just do something, I actually decided to go through with it. Not only did I have to empty my bank account to do this, I had to sell my rental house and my beloved supercar, as well as go into debt and borrow money to get it built. Technically, I could have sold my house if I had to eat, but 4 million subscribers to cash poor doesn't really roll off the tongue, so excuse me for the slight clickbait. Regardless, as to not lose my literal house, I now had my necessity. From then, I turned back to my YouTube channel, the only business I've ever known, but my views had gone down to 50 to 100,000 views a video compared to 1 to 2 million during the height of the vlog days. I didn't even know if I could revive it because I had only posted random, inconsistent videos, and the thought of trying and likely failing publicly did not sound great. My instinct was to go back into my shell and not even remind people I existed, instead of having them see how far I had fallen from the grace of the 2016 vlog days. But I had to do something now, and potential failure still sounded better than actually working at Taco Bell. So I started posting again. And I will still never forget when I finally had a video reach 1 million views again after revamping the thumbnail and title a million times and spending forever on the video. Even though I was making pennies compared to what I was before, it proved to me that it was still possible, and it relit the same fire under me that I had when I was younger before this terrible, depressing era. From then on, I just focused on making better and better videos, doing all the editing, writing, and music design by myself, and before I knew it, I was getting millions of views on every video all over again. Then in spring of 2023, my friend, you guys probably know, Tanner Fox, told me I should get on the Snapchat grind. That's when I found an email from them inviting me to the monetization program that had been sitting in my inbox for 2 years. I'm an idiot and missed out. That's what I get for being lazy and high. But that's when I decided to give it a try, and that is what has led me into posting 100 slides on there every single day for the last 3 years. That probably sounds exhausting and maybe even miserable, but it's honestly been the most fun last few years, and I've been able to balance it. Snap's basically been like the old vlog days, but as an adult this time, and honestly with less editing and just more enjoyment, more time filming. And I only make about half of what I did during the height of YouTube, but honestly, it doesn't bum me out at all. I know that what happened back then was a combination of a lot of things. It wasn't just a reflection of my work ethic, it was timing and culture and a lot of other factors outside of my control that made for a great time period, but you ain't gonna catch me complaining. Life is still great. And now having an adult perspective, I know that there is more to life than money anyways. I have time to spend with my fiance, to take care of my body and exercise, and to do things I actually care about beyond their viral potential. The most important thing though is I've recaptured my motivation and the inherent fulfillment that comes with it. These last 4 years have been incredible, and I'm just more than anything grateful I get to continue with a career I love. And I know now that even if Snapchat disappears tomorrow, I have what it takes to succeed in whatever takes its place. Maybe someday I'll want to slow down a bit, probably when I have kids to make the time for them, but for now, I just love to work and I'm thankful for it. Anyways, that is the financial and motivational side of my comeback story from some dark times. I hope that if any of it is applicable to your life, it could be of inspiration or help, or nonetheless just have been entertaining. But one last thing on the topic of work, I have been working on a ton of stuff for Patreon and have more ideas coming soon. You would have seen this video there before anyone else got to see it on this channel. I've just started posting videos that got banned or removed from YouTube on there that no one has seen in years. I also go live and do Q&As for premium members every single month on there, as well as post other exclusive content you won't see anywhere else. So hope to see you on Patreon, and regardless, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.
Hi, my name's Tanner Brungart. I'm 16 years old and I'm addicted to bleach. I was actually just doing laundry with my uncle and I got my first whiff of the bleach, and when it hit me, I knew, like, that's for me.
Okay, so how has bleach impacted your relationship with Tanner?
Well, now I just want to date him.
Well, I like it too, so.